The difference between a good beer and a great beer is the quality of the ingredients. As a grower-owned hop company, Yakima Chief Hops knows that quality begins in the fields, and that is why we provide an industry-leading return to grower. And these returns allow our family farms to make critical investments in people, land, infrastructure, and farming practices that result in the highest quality hop product we can produce for our brewing partners.
Hi there, I'm Ben Coleman. I'm one of the owners of Coleman Ads. We're at the Greenleaf Farm today. We're talking about return to grower. And so we're going to show you some of the ways that we have reinvested some of the monies that we've gained by selling the YCN. I'm standing today in front of a DK cleaner. We added this machine to the farm here in 2021. We've updated the fleet here also with some of those funds. Ironically, we have one of the last old hop trucks that we had left behind us. So there's a little comparison between old and new. And so those are some of the things that we've been investing some of the returns on. So where we're at right now is the second deck. Is how to see how the new cleaner works. Directly in front of me is the re-cleaners. Behind me is the dribbles. We take all the hops and we run them through this cleaner first and use the original Dawn Hour cleaners to kind of further clean the hops so we can pick a little faster. So we got the fans blowing the cones and the leaves up against the screen that's rolling there, and the leaves carry onto that and roll out and go into the trash. The hops continue to tumble down where they'll go onto the dribble belts next. From the re-cleaner, they go up the belt, kind of make the corner so we can fit it in the building, and they roll down the dribble belts. We're trying to get the hops from looking like these with all the leaves in them to nice and clean like these right here. It's a bit of a Rube Goldberg machine with all the conveyors going every direction. But the idea is to get the leaves and stems away from the hops. We feel this machine allows us to go a little faster with this picker and be a little more efficient. Moving on up here to the kiln. We put a little investment in the kiln here also. We redid our doors and our safety rails for the roll-off pipe. And we also invested in new propane burners in 2022 on this location. So it was a diesel-fired hop house. We've heard back that the brewers appreciate more of a natural gas propane burn than a diesel burn, and so we invested quite a bit of money into converting these burners into propane. So we converted this hop house from diesel to propane, and one of the main reasons, if you don't get a clean burn with a diesel burner, you can get some phenolics that can end up in the hops. We were really careful to have them all updated every year and make sure they're burning clean. But we felt that moving to propane was a better option. And you kind of get rid of that opportunity for an off flavor, off smell to get into the hops. We feel it's burning cleaner. We've converted all of our farms now are either natural gas or propane. So our most recent addition here on Greenleaf Farm is we put in a new baler this year. The old baler was still adequate, still making good bales. It had a balance box instead of a weigh box. We were having some issues with it, getting a uniform bale, consistent. And so we made the investment to put in a weigh box. And as we looked at the baler, we realized, hey, this thing needs some work too. And so we partnered again with DK Fab. It's working really well. We're making a really nice looking bale, and we'll take you downstairs and you can see the final product coming out. So with this baler now, we're making a bale in about 3 minutes. Increased our efficiencies to get to about 20 bales an hour. We're making probably 140 to 160 bales a day here. So it allows the crew to get done with a shorter day, gets us baled and out of the barn here and up to the coolers quicker. We're standing here by burner number 5. This is one of the ones we converted. We were able to reuse the fans. We took the ovens out and we put in the propane array. So there's no more brick ovens in there. One thing we've learned when we changed that is that the hops cool down quicker because there's no brick to retain that heat. So when we cut the fire, it cools down quicker. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve, but we've done it on a couple of our other farms. And Todd and the crew over here at Greenleaf are really getting used to it, and they like it better. So another aspect here at Greenleaf Farm where we're reinvesting and trying to get you better hops is we converted this farm from hand irrigation to drip irrigation when we got here. So these were all hand sprinklers, pipes that had to be moved twice a day. We've since put in an automated drip system. Now it's a matter of turning on the valves, turning the pump on. We tend to use a little bit less water when we do this.
and we feed those hops, the water and fertilizer as they need it. So this has been a good efficiency project for us, and also should be getting you guys better hops. So that will conclude our tour here at Greenleaf Farms at Coleman Ag. Thanks for walking around with us. Those are some of the ways we're investing back into the farm, and thanks for going along.